I love Celeste, and it is one of my favorite games. It has a lot of smart, awesome game design, and today I'll be taking a look at that game design and implementing some of the things that I have learned into my own game, Ricochet Labs. I'm not trying to copy Celeste in any way, I am just learning a few things from a well-designed game. I am B-Bomb, and let's talk game design. Whoops, wrong channel. Let's go. One thing Celeste is very good at is focusing on just one main mechanic and building supporting mechanics around it. In Celeste, the main mechanic is the dash move. You are able to dash in 8 directions for a short distance, and it provides a good burst of speed. Celeste is all about the dash move and all the interesting things they can do with it. Rather than having an extensive array of mechanics to remember and figure out, Celeste only has a couple of mechanics. Because of this, Celeste is able to dive deeper into the intricacies of these moves. In Celeste, there are 2 types of mechanics: level mechanics and game mechanics. There are 3 main game mechanics: the dash, the jump, and the climb. The dash is the most heavily elaborated on, but the other 2 are very important as well. The jump allows you to lift into the air and is a vital component of any platformer. The climb lets you cling to walls for a certain amount of time before your energy runs out. In each level, a new level mechanic is introduced and elaborated on in unique ways. Every level mechanic is interesting and adds something new to the experience of the game. Each level mechanic is made to build on a game mechanic and help your understanding of the game mechanic. Celeste uses these mechanics for a level and then basically never uses them again except for at the summit, which is basically a gauntlet of everything you've learned in the game. All of these level mechanics are practically one-offs, but they are elaborated on so much in the level they are introduced in that they are very memorable. In each level, there are 3 different difficulties that elaborate on the level mechanics in different ways. These harder difficulties are called B-side and the C-side. The B-side is unlocked by finding a cassette tape in the level, and it is very difficult. The C-side can only be played once you have beaten all of the B-sides. The B-sides and C-sides are very difficult, and you need a lot of knowledge and experience to beat these stages, and they are a real challenge. Speaking of challenge, Celeste is hard, and difficulty is a very good part of its design. Failure is a teacher, and you learn by dying over and over again. When you start Celeste, beating it seems like an impossible task, like climbing a mountain. Difficulty is the principle Celeste runs on, and it works very well. The game doesn't pull any punches. Have you heard the phrase, easy to learn, difficult to master? That is what Celeste does best. The controls and gameplay are very easy to get behind, but very difficult to master all the intricacies of. There are a lot of hidden things you can do, but are not outright stated that you can do, and are always accessible. You can dash upwards and jump beside a wall to speed upwards with a lot of momentum. This technique is very hard to pull off, and it is not outright stated that it is possible until very late in the game, but you can always do it. Let's talk strawberries. Strawberries are Celeste's main collectible, and they don't do anything except for be a collectible. There's no bonus content if you collect all the strawberries, and they are just a bonus for people who want to collect them. Strawberries are a nice addition as they add a bit of extra content for those who want to collect them all, but if you just want to casually play the game, you don't need to find all of them to enjoy all the content. Strawberries are a really neat idea, and I feel like a lot of games could benefit from having something like them. Now it's time to take some of what I have learned and add it into my own game, Ricochet Labs. First of all, I don't want to overwhelm the game with main mechanics. I'll just focus on one game mechanic, my mechanic being the main bounce dash move, and build level mechanics around the main mechanic. I think taking this focused approach could inspire a lot more creativity in the level mechanics and allow me to get really creative with design. Next, I want to add collectibles that don't matter. In each level, I think having a little difficult challenge to get a collectible that doesn't amount to any reward except for the reward of the collectible being collected could be really cool. I think this could add a lot to my game and have some extra cool little bits for speedrunning and getting all of the collectibles. The final thing I want to take inspiration from Celeste is difficulty and teaching through failure. Instead of making the game too easy, I'll try to make it pretty difficult in order to have people feel a great sense of accomplishment when you defeat a challenge. It will be easy to understand the main mechanic, but hard to fully master. I learned a lot from analyzing Celeste, and I feel like looking at other games' design can really help us game developers that are just starting out get to grips with good game design. If you want me to continue analyzing different games in the future, please drop a like and comment so that I know you want more of this sort of thing from me. Also, don't forget to subscribe for lots of epic game dev content, and you can also check out my first Ricochet Labs devlog if you want to know more about that. Thanks to the awesome game dev YouTuber Ikoso for the awesome background music. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.